Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barbara and I'm so happy that you are here today because today I'm going to present to you the books that we picked for my book club, the CliMates book club for the year 2024. So, welcome to the book club. As you can tell, the book club is focused on the books surrounding climate and environment, sustainability, and all things related. We started this book club last year in 2023. We read 6 books. I will link it all down below how all that went, the announcement and all the live discussions of those books. And this year we are continuing because I really had a good time last year and I think you guys enjoyed it as well. So on the Discord channel, where we have a category for this book club, you guys voted for the books that I picked or that I own. I'm going to now tell you which books won that voting round. How the book club works, we have 6 books per year, so that means we have a live show bi-monthly. So basically 1 book for 2 months, and after we read the book, we have a live discussion, usually at the month of the following month. So if we have a book for January+February, the live show will probably be beginning of March, and so on. There are going to be chat channels on Discord about these books, so we can talk about them as we read them as well, not only live show at the end as we finished and reviewing kind of the books, but also as we read them, we can discuss them. The Discord is linked down below, so go ahead and join there if you would like. Also this year I'm setting up an Instagram account. Hopefully this way it will reach even more people and more people will be able to join. That would be absolutely fantastic, because the point of the book club is to spread awareness of what the environment is, how it works, how we as people influence it, how we can improve our effect on environment and make it better instead of worse, and just learning about the entire topic. Last year we had 3 fiction books and 3 non-fiction books, and I think it's a good format, so we will stick with that. So we do have again 3 fiction books and 3 non-fiction books, and I think that's all to begin with. But of course, if I forgot anything, if I forgot any information, just ask down in the comments or come to Discord, ask there. You know where to find me, so just ask questions if I forgot to mention something. But let's go to talk about the books. First book we'll be reading for the book club in 2024 is a non-fiction book. This is the book for January and February, so the live show will be approximately beginning of March. This is always decided closer to the date, it's not set now. But the book is The Right to be Cold: One Woman's Fight to Protect the Arctic and Save the Planet from Climate Change by Sheila Watt-Cloutier. This is a non-fiction book, kind of a memoir, environment, native studies topic. And here we follow Sheila, who was growing up in the Arctic reaches in Quebec. It is the human story of life on front lines of climate change, told by a woman who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential Indigenous, environmental, cultural, and human rights advocates in the world. Sheila Watt-Cloutier received a 2015 Right Livelihood Award for her work on climate change in the Arctic, and has been awarded the Aboriginal Achievement Award, the UN Champion of the Earth Award, and the prestigious Norwegian Sophie Prize. In 2007, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. So she seems to be quite a big name in the climate change spheres. I personally never heard of her before one of you suggested, I think it was Josephine, suggested this book to read. But I am very excited to get to this one and to discover more about how the Arctic is influenced by the climate change. And I'm really excited to read this one. So that's our first book of 2024. Second book we'll be reading in 2024 for this book club is a fiction book, and this is going to be for the month of March and April. And the book is Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. This is actually a first book in a series. I'm not sure how long the series is, if it's duology, trilogy, I'm not sure. But this is a very popular book surrounding climate change and kind of climate crisis themes. I believe it is a sci-fi. And what do we know about it? America is a place of chaos where violence rules and only the rich and powerful are safe. Lauren Olamina, a young woman with the extraordinary power to feel the pain of others as her own, records everything she sees of this broken world in her journal. Then, one terrible night, everything alters beyond recognition, and Lauren must make her voice heard for the sake of those she loves. Soon, her vision becomes reality, and her dreams of a better way to live gain the power to change humanity forever. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. So I think this sounds very interesting. Another very, very interesting thing about this book is that it was published in 1993 and it is a futuristic book, sci-fi, and the first page, the plot takes place in 2024, which is this year. So I think it's absolutely perfect pick for this book club, this year specifically, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Octavia E. Butler had in mind for us this year, and we'll see how much of that has become true. Probably not that much, but maybe we're on the way. We'll see. But I'm really excited to read this one, so there we go. Third book we're going to be reading for the book club is another non-fiction. You can sense the pattern as we go. It's every other is non-fiction, every other is fiction. It's a non-fiction book. This one is for May and June. And the book is Finding the Mother Tree, Uncovering the Wisdom and Intelligence of the Forest by Susan Simard. And this is the Penguin edition. And on this edition, we actually don't have a summary of the book, but we have on the back, it says, the story of a botanist's battle to establish that trees not only talk, but cooperate is vital for our times. Since Darwin, biologists have always maintained that survival is about the selfish gene. Simard's work appends that. Find the Mother Tree has come at a crucial moment. So, it's going to be about how trees communicate and how they have their own ecosystem. And it's going to focus on the life of trees and of the forest and how we influence it and how it influences us, I think. And I'm really curious to read this one. I think it's going to be really, really good. Next book, the fourth book, so now we are in the second half of 2024, is a book for July and August. It's another fiction book, and this time we have Pod by Laline Paul. This one was shortlisted for Women's Prize for Fiction in 2023, so this is a new release. And why I was so intrigued by this is because it is told from the point of dolphin, which is so cool in my opinion. But what does it say? Enter the world of the ocean. Ea has always felt like an outsider. Suffering from a type of deafness, she cannot master the rituals that unite her pod of spinner dolphins. When tragedy strikes her family and Ea knows she's partly to blame, she decides to make the ultimate sacrifice and leave. As Ea ventures out without the protection of her pod, she discovers dangers everywhere. But just as she is coming to terms with her solitude, a chance encounter with a group of arrogant bottlenoses will irrevocably alter the course of her life. In her terrifying, propulsive novel, Laline Paul explores the true meaning of family, survival, sacrifice, the harmony and tragedy of the pod, within an ocean that is no longer the sanctuary it once was, one which reflects a world all too recognizable to our own. I don't know what to expect from this one, but I never read a book like this before, so I'm really, really excited to dive in. Fifth book in our book club in 2024 is another non-fiction. This one has been on my radar for a couple of years, but I still haven't gotten to it, so this year is the year. And it is The Uninhabitable Earth, A Story of the Future by David Wallace Wells. And this, I would say, is kind of a panic book, environmental panic book, but nonetheless, I'm sure it's going to be very interesting to read. Okay, so I'm going to read from what it says on Goodreads. It is worse, much worse than you think. If your anxiety about global warming is dominated by fears of sea level rise, we are barely scratching the surface of what terrors are possible. In California, wildfires now rage year-round, destroying thousands of homes. Across the US, 500-year storms pummel communities month after month. and floods displace tens of millions annually. This is only a preview of the changes to come, and they are coming fast. Without a revolution in how billions of humans conduct their lives, parts of the Earth could become close to uninhabitable, and other parts horrifically inhospitable, as soon as the end of this century. In this travelogue of our near future, David Wallace Wells brings into stark relief the climate troubles that await, food shortages, refugee emergencies, and other crises that will reshape the globe. But the world will be remade by warming in more profound ways as well, transforming our politics, our culture, our relationship to technology, and our sense of history. It will be all-encompassing, shaping and distorting nearly every aspect of human life as it is lived today. As I said, probably a panic book. It's gonna freak the crap out of us, but that's also part of it. So this is the next one. Okay, and the last book for this book club in 2024 is a book I don't own physically yet because it was published, I think, 2 years ago, but then it went out of printing and now I think they are reprinting a new version of it. So it wasn't available to purchase and it should have a publishing date sometimes in January of 2024. So I'll get it a bit later in the year. I don't have it as of right now. But the book is, again, fiction, and it is The Coral Bones by E.J. Swift. And what this is about is, this is what it looks like when coral dies. Present day, marine biologist Hana Ishikawa is racing against time to save the coral of the Great Barrier Reef, but struggles to fight for a future in a world where so much has already been lost. 1839, 17-year-old Judith Holliman escapes the monotony of Sydney town when her naval captain father lets her accompany him on a voyage, unaware of the wonders and dangers she will soon encounter. The sun-scorched 22nd century. Thelma Velasco is hunting for a miracle. A leafy sea dragon, long believed extinct, has been sighted. But as Thelma investigates, she finds hope in unexpected places. Three women, divided by time, connected by the ocean. Past, present, and future collide in The Coral Bones, a powerful elegy to a disappearing world and a vision of a more hopeful future. So I think that sounds great, and I really hope it will pick up our mood after the uninhabitable Earth, but we shall see. So that is all the books that we are going to be reading for this book club. Here is the stack, plus The Coral Bones on top of it. So I think they're pretty reasonable books, sizes of the books as well. It's no chunker like we had last year, but it's gonna be very nice. Again, as I mentioned, if you want, go follow the Instagram account, link is down below. Join the Discord channel if you would like to keep more in touch. And otherwise, just keep an eye on my channel and you will always get updated with what's happening and when is the next live show and everything like that. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in one of the live shows. Bye, guys.